Lapio La Violetto, clearly Scandinavian, says, doesn't everyone smoke weed now? I want to do a show similar to Table for Three, but with wrestlers smoking weed and talking about road stories, matches, whatever else. Call it Wrestlebuds. Who would be some good guests for that show?
All of us.
Was it? It was you were not tested for weed back
What
then?
era?
Well, okay, yeah, that's true. All
Fuck,
right, take the take.
90, 93, 96.
I was going to say take the first run.
No smoke.
No testing
No,
for
no,
smoke.
no.
Oh, they did test for smoke.
Yes, not a fucking chance to do that or the gas.
What was the thing that you could get away with? Was it the pill?
Pills.
The pain? Okay, it
That's
was
why
the
everybody
pills.
that's why I had fucking
Right.
90 guys overdose.
How about WCW 97, 98?
A to Z.
No
Bubba.
testing.
No testing.
When Time Warner comes in, does that add an employee drug testing policy that would have been used for like people
All
working in CNN
1090.
Tower?
We're all 1099s.
Oh, that's true. Right. So that was okay. Right. TNA
No drug testing.
return to WWE.
I think when you sign your contract, you have to do a drug test. It's part of their wellness program. So I know it was drug tested because I wrote everything that would be in my system because I take Xanax. At the time, I was also taking, I had started TRT, but Dr. Fisher, who at that time was also like the head of Florida longevity, I don't know if he even still practices, but he was in Fort Lauderdale. It was Dr. Don Fisher. And Don Fisher put me on 200 milligrams of testosterone and 100 milligrams of Deca. And there was an old, the wives' tale. I don't know if it was has ever been medically proven, but Deca was good for your joints. We all used to say it because that way you could always, when you said you were clean, that meant, of course, I'm taking 100 milligrams of Deca for my joints. You know,
But so this doctor gave you the script under what pretense for Deca Durabolin?
the amount of orthopedic surgeries.
So if you tell them beforehand, you said you write down.
No,
like,
I had to get. Oh no! For the WBE, I wrote down testosterone, cypionate, decad. It's forget it's just decadurabolin is what it was.
Durabolin. I said the hell do I know?
And then Xanax. Those are the only like three that were controlled. Everything else was, I take a fucking statin drug. I take. I take.
But if you wrote down Deca,
I think for thyroid.
if you
Yeah,
wrote down Deca and said you were prescribed, if it comes out in the test at that point, you're excused because it was.
That's what I was about to say. So they call me in, and the doctor says to me, he goes, "Well, we got your blood work back," and I'm like, "All right." Like I'm thinking, like, I don't know if they were checking for THC or not, but that might be the only thing I didn't write down. But then again, they asked me what drugs was I taking. I figured prescription. They don't say anything about cannabis, and he just looks at me like I'm trying to get one over on me. He goes, "You have Deca in your blood." And I said, "Yeah, I told you I did." He goes, "No, you didn't." I said, "Can I see my file?" I get the file. I said, "Where would it be?" And he like comes around and goes through it. And he goes, "It'd be right." And I
Oops.
went, I said, "What?" I said, "Okay." I said, "Well, there it is." He goes, "Okay, yeah." And then he acted like he thought he had heat on me, and like he came over. I raked his eyes, and he sold it like a job guy selling an eye rake the rest of the time. He couldn't even have a conversation with me. So it's like fuck.